Phillies were in the NLCS was back when Shady was on the squad in 2010. Oh, wow. Shady, how is it in Philly when the whole city lit?
You know what? Around that time, we was lit. We was popping. We was scoring touchdowns. The Sean Jackson, the whole Michael Vick gang. But then the Phillies was getting crazy. Ryan Howard was going crazy. Everything out the park. So for Philadelphia, listen, when everything's going great in sports, the city's on fire, man.
Did you ever play baseball? Because that swing looks suspect.
I play baseball. I'm good in all sports. I'm good at almost everything I do, actually.
Transitioning just like that. Tom Brady, in case y'all missed it, he did not make it to the team plane on Saturday. Why? Because he was at a wedding for his former boss, Robert Kraft. Now, if you missed it, the Bucs lost to the Steelers. The Bucs were 10-point favorites. Head coach Todd Bowles said yesterday that his quarterback does not get special treatment, close quote. Yo, I got a big problem with this, Shady.
Me too.
I got a big problem with this. Tom Brady retires. He unretires. He misses 11 days of camp. He already gets off on Wednesdays. Players already get off on Mondays. And now he missed Friday to go to a wedding.
Okay.
If you gonna be here, be here.
Right.
You know what they say, be where your feet are. If your feet are in Tampa quarterbacking your team, please be there. It's a bunch of rookies looking up to Tom. It's a bunch of second-year players looking up to Tom. Todd Bowles' future depends on Tom Brady, and Tom wants to be at weddings on Friday, not attending the team planes on Saturday, and losing to the Steelers, which will be the heaviest favorite the Bucs have all season, more than likely, on Sunday. Completely unacceptable. I don't care that you're the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time only means that you have more responsibility to be consistently great. To me, it doesn't mean you have more leeway to be consistently absent. Okay. So I have an issue with Tom Brady missing the walkthrough practice. Where you stand? You played with him.
I have an issue with you having an issue with that, okay?
Okay.
First of all, myself and you have never played with a player like Tom Brady. Nowhere even near the player.
Played with Tom Brady.
But I'm saying other than him.
Okay.
Nobody's on his level. Okay, I always believe in players should get special privileges. That's just all I believe in, right? Myself, other running backs, depending on who it is. I can do this, you can't. Tom Brady's on a whole nother level. There's no coach, there's no player that can tell him anything, right? Because the thing with Tom Brady is he doesn't take advantage of everything. I remember when I was there with him, and there was like a issue, I won't say issue, but a difference as far as he wanted to do some plays, you know, BA and the other coaches want to do something different.
Variants, yep.
And he was so humble. I remember me and the other guys like Mike Evans and Lenny Fournette was like, yo, why don't he just go out there and tell him this is what I want to do? He's so humble that he won't do that. So however it went down, he went to see his Robert Kraft get married. Respectfully, Friday you have a quick practice, Saturday's a walkthrough. Tom Brady's the most dedicated player I've ever been around. He's the most prepared player I've ever been around. So was he prepared for that game? Absolutely. The players need to support him. He's going through a lot. You know, if it's this, that, and the third, whatever it is, he needs that support. My thing is this.
You going through a lot?
No player,
Isn't everybody going through a lot?
But it's a different player. It's Tom Brady. I hate when people try to create this narrative, oh, why wasn't he there? First of all, you need to relax. You my boy, but you need to relax. If Tom Brady wants to miss a Friday practice or a walkthrough, he can do that. He can do that. If Jimmy Johnson, right, everybody loves him as a coach. If he said, oh, look, Tom ain't there, and that's all to it. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. There won't be another word about it. No media, nothing, because he deserves that right. Get that man that respect, man. Talk about A-Rod or somebody like that, but don't bring Tom in that.
Joy, you got an issue with Tom Brady missing the walkthrough.
Crazy, man.
Nothing is everything. Everything is something. If they had won the game, we would never talk about it again.
Right. That's true. Yep.
So they lost. I don't have an issue with it, but I do understand why people are talking about it. You know me, and if the rest of you don't, humble is not my lifestyle. I don't believe in it. I don't subscribe to it. Talk about it with somebody else. Whatever I am unapologetically that. I'm humble before God. And if you ain't him, keep it pushing. I'm not interested. Everything that Tom Brady has, he's earned. There's no coach. There's no player. There's no announcer. There's no one walking this earth with 10 toes whatsoever that can say a word to Tom Brady. Now, I know me personally, if I was Tom Brady, I'm not having this conversation with anyone. The only reason any of y'all are here is me.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
That's a fact.
Anyone.
Yeah.
And that's not even Tom Brady's style. That's not how he behaves. It's not how he treats people. He goes up to people in the locker room. He introduces himself to the rookies. He's accessible on the phone. He texts people. He starts group chats. That's not his persona at all. So if he felt like he needed to be at this personal event, he needed to be there. But I'm okay with people being critical of him going because they lost. And he knows that more than anybody, that if you win, everybody quiet. If you lose, people have things to say. The bigger picture to me with this situation is they're not playing well. If this had been a random loss, like, okay, all right, like maybe they lost because he wasn't there, whatever. Sometimes this is a well-coached team. Mike Tomlin, got to put some respect on it. They do have some players. Sure. Got some leadership in the locker room. It happens. It's NFL. It's NFL. This is not college. But they're not playing well. Right. So these are the type of things that build on it. And I think if he had not missed the time preseason either.
In training camp, yeah.
Yes, then this would not be as big of a story.
I just think this is the end result of courting Tom Brady. Like, didn't Tom Brady leave New England in part because he was tired of not being able to call shots, like Bill Belichick treating him like any other player instead of the best of all time? The Buccaneers say, we wouldn't do that to you, Tom. We got you, dude. Like, we appreciate you so much. This is what that looks like. He already won them a Super Bowl. Sure. I mean, anything that happens after this is gravy. He came to. How often were we talking about the Tampa Bay Bucks on shows like this before Tom Brady got there? In all honesty,
we were talking about interceptions.
So it's fair. 33 of them, I think. Like, this is the end result. Like, you got to take this. It's part of the deal. You get Tom Brady, you get the best of all time, you win a Super Bowl. This is the other side of it. On top of that, I would be a little more worried if I did, like, working with Shady, I'm being dead serious. Like, Shady won't even let me think something unflattering about Tom Brady. He's like, what are you doing over there? Like, the players love him. And I've heard from other people in the league, like the guys on the team now. Shady's been gone for a little while. The guys on the team now love Tom Brady. It's not like people resent him for doing this.
Of course. Well,
and you'll see no player talk bad about him in the media.
Of course.
Because they love him.
You can't. But I will say this. I'll talk true about him. Tom Brady would cuss out Tom Brady for missing practice to go to a wedding. The way we see Tom Brady chastise all his other teammates, if Tom Brady missed practice to go to a wedding and lost, Tom Brady would cuss out Tom Brady. Let's not act like Tom Brady would condone this behavior, historically speaking. Dave, when you say this is what you sign up for, I don't think so if you're the Bucks, because this wasn't Tom Brady's behavior leading up to the season. And also, Bruce Arians wouldn't have allowed this. Bruce Arians was the dude who was cussing. You were there.
You don't think Bruce Arians right now has any word about nothing going on?
I'm saying he wouldn't have condoned this. Bruce Arians would cuss out Tom Brady for throwing a pick in games y'all won. Now, a large part of that
so
was...
Hold on. Go ahead. Right? So if I tell you that there's times where, when we won the Super Bowl year, we won the Super Bowl, that Tom might have not flew back with the team, would you believe that?
I would.
But Bruce Arians, he wouldn't allow that, would he?
After the game or before the game, Coach?
After the game.
It's different. After the game,
it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
You fly the team, you come out with the team. It's the same thing.
No, you know firsthand, we would play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, and they would say, y'all can stay in Dallas if you're from Dallas.
How does that ever happen? Once?
I didn't fly back with the team after playing in Dallas, and I ain't nobody Tom Brady. You know it's not the same thing.
Not Thanksgiving. This regular day.
Regular game is different.
Regular game.
It's different. Let me address this point, and Joe, I want to come to you real quick before we take this thing home. Todd Bowles said, head coach for the Bucs, a lot of people are still riding the Super Bowl high. You all make a great point. The Bucs, Tom Brady won the Bucs a Super Bowl, but he didn't win some of those cats a Super Bowl. Todd Bowles wasn't a head coach when Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. Todd Bowles' job description is currently in flux because, once again, they're 3-3, worst start of Tom Brady's career since 2012. This is not the same Bucs team. Rosters turn over in the NFL by 33%, 37% to be exact, 33 to 37% every season. So Tom won the 2020 Bucs the Super Bowl, not the 2022 Bucs the Super Bowl. Every year you got to act differently, the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Todd Bowles was, I think, 24-40
bad
as a head coach. So I don't think he's going to lay this at the feet of Tom Brady if it doesn't go well, respectfully. So there's a lot of people that have reputations to build up still that don't have anything to do with Tom Brady. At the end of the day, if you're the most accomplished player to ever play a sport, someone who we know is so dedicated, they've hired a full-time separate staff outside of their own training staff, so much so that it was a problem with their former team. They've created an entire lifestyle around how they train. They are insanely obsessed with the sport, right, to that level. There was a reason he felt he needed to go to this. Missing a walkthrough in year 472 for Tom Brady, I don't think is the reason why they lost that game. I don't. But like I said, nothing is everything. Everything is something. They did lose, so people will be critical of that decision. However, again, I default to my reputation is what it is. You're welcome for that Super Bowl. You didn't have it before me. You sure didn't.
Yup.
All y'all got a ring because of who? Me. This guy. Me. And that's not who he is. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, Joy Taylor, I'm not entertaining any of this conversation. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not concerned about it. At the end of the day, when you have 2 rings, come talk to me. Right. I got 1. Well, Bruce Arians has 2, but he wasn't a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's just levels to this that take this individual out of the category. There is nobody that can walk up to Tom Brady and say, you should have been there.
Or coach. Any coach.
Any
coach.
I would pull up the year-by-year records for the Bucks from like 2002 until Tom Brady got
I'd be
there.
like, fam, you know how to use the Google machine?
Yeah.
Type in TOM. Just it'll pop up.
But
you don't
have to say it.
It'll pop up.
We're going to go to break. We're going to go to break. We will go to break.
I don't want to go.
My issue is simply this. Your greatness should cause you to be consistently great. I don't think your greatness should give you a leash to do what you want to do when you want to do it, but we will talk more about that. First, we got to talk about Russell Wilson because he has not done any cooking this season. But in theory, we're only 6 weeks into